Yes, good evening from Nairobi. I know I'm talking to people from all around the world, and so I welcome you to this evening session for the International Superstars team. My name is Pia Rose. For those who are very new in our team, I know we have very many new members who have just joined us. Welcome to the team of winners. So tonight we are really excited. Me and my husband, we've been in this business now for, this is our 15th year, in 2025. We got to know about this opportunity July 2010. So we'll make exactly 15 years July 2025. So yeah, it's been a worthwhile journey. We've seen a lot of things happen in our lives just because we said yes to this opportunity. So congratulations everyone for coming in for this meeting. Training is really key in our business, and that is what we always advocate. Every new member, in fact, it's good when you are sponsoring somebody that you prepare them. Let them know that there are trainings, very mandatory for success if you want to succeed. So every Tuesday, Superstars team is holding a training, and I must say it's so exciting. Since we started in 2020, it's been a great 5 years and of doing Zoom meetings. And initially we were only going to meet people physically. Now the world is just a global village, where we can meet on such forums. So I'm really glad. And of course, now we are on the 15th, halfway of the month of January. And I hope you are just really geared up towards closing the month big, because as we said last week, we want to start the year big. We want to start strong. We want to be, as the company says, we are independent distributors. We want to be so. Independent means that you don't depend on anyone else. You are there doing the business, you have owned it, it's yours, and you are the CEO of your business. So tonight, that is what we are going to be learning about. How do you become the CEO of your business? How can you get hold of your business? Because most people, when they join because of their sponsors, and they also want the sponsors to do the business for them. No. In this business, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So I'm really glad tonight because we have a wonderful speaker, a lady of substance, a lady who is well versed. She's been, she's had all the titles in the world. I may not be able to speak about all of them, but I know she's an HR. She's been a lecturer. She's been doing so many things around for the last few years. And I thank God because she's bringing her wealth of knowledge that she got from all those institutions that she worked for and many other life experiences that she has had to be able to work this business. I'm also excited because she's one of the youngest people in the team doing the business in a big way. Excited. Every time you meet this lady, you cannot afford not to smile. So I'm excited tonight that we have such a wonderful lady. She's a mother, and she has even raised giants in her family. So we really thank God for her and being part of this international superstars team. And maybe just a quick story about how we got her into our team. So we have a team all the way in the US, which is actually headed by or led by our Sapphire director, Josephine Marangu. And through Josephine, she was able to sponsor back in the country, Kenya. And now we have our speaker for tonight. That is none other but Seraphina Kathurima. So if Seraphina, you can hear me, kindly unmute yourself and take it away. Yes, hello, Seraphina.
Seraphina, you are unmuted, but we cannot hear you. Can you hear us? Or someone else, please confirm whether you can hear us.
Yes, Faith, you are saying you can hear us very well. So kindly, Seraphina, you can unmute.
She's unmuted. I'm not sure why
Oh,
we cannot.
yeah. Okay, thank you, Anne. Put your video on.
It was network issue. I believe she'll be coming back shortly.
Oh, wow. Yes, she's coming back shortly. Yes, we are excited, by the way, and I know after this teaching of tonight, you'll be able to really own up your business. You're going to get hold of it and just make sure that you run with it. Because if you don't own it up, you know, when you do the business like um, in an haphazard manner, it will not pay you the way you want. So if you are very serious in this kind of business, you're going to really get big results. And if you can really take it up for yourself, own it up. Like the way a shopkeeper would always wake up in the morning, open the shop, make sure they sell, they close late. You do your business like that, and I'm telling you, it will do you big. So I want to encourage all of us. Let's take hold of our businesses. Let's be 100% responsible for everything that happens. And we say that if it has to be, it is up to you. So you should say, if it has to be, it is up to me. I'm the one to work it out. If I fail, if it fails, I'm the one who has failed. Stop blaming other people. You know, we are fond of blaming other people, but our business requires that you take 100% responsibility. So I know as she's coming to take us through the CEO, you know, topic on how to become the CEO of your business, we are going to learn a lot, and we are going to really ensure that we put it into practice, because unless you turn theory into practice, you will never attain success. Yeah, unless you turn theory into practice, you will never attain success. So this practice is about going out and you know, doing the basics, and that is what is so important in our business. Going out and building it for yourself, and also making sure that you are really learning the basics of the business, you know, so we can be able to become our own bosses in this business only to the extent to which we are going to own up the business. So owning the business requires that you know even how to order your products, you know how to, you know, you know how to place an order, you know how to, you know, join our trainings, you know how to even train other people, because it also, you will be trained until one day you also become a trainer. And that is when it gets very exciting, because you start small with that one person as you move forward and grow your business. So it's going to be very exciting once you get hold of it. At the beginning, it will be very messy. You may not be able to really grasp everything, but that's okay. Everybody starts messy. But if you are very determined to succeed, it is going to happen. So I want to really request all of us that we get hold of our businesses and own it up. Once you own up the business, you become unstoppable. Once you own up the business, you will be owning up even your results. You know, you own up your results. So and we normally say in this opportunity, you are the one to really make things happen. So in the opportunity, you are supposed to get out, go do the basics, go learn the skills, and you really have to practice those skills if success has to happen. So I'm believing that, you know, at the end of today, everybody from tomorrow henceforth, we are running with our businesses, knowing we are the CEO. The thing that we do as a team is that we come together as superstars team and support one another in terms of training, in terms of, you know, being there for each other. And I can tell you that is the beauty about teamwork, because one person cannot do it alone. So as superstars, yes, you own your business, but we work together as a team. And I can tell you, for the last 15 years, it's been so wonderful, because we got into a team and we said, yes, we will stick with the team and we will follow what the team wants us to do. And one day we were able to form our own team and now have this superstars team in place. And so I can say this, that if you really want to create a very successful team, finally, because I believe in our midst tonight are people who want to grow empires. We want to really reach out to many people, even many nations, by the way. You can be able to do that. One day you will have a big team. When we joined the business, I used to wonder, will we really become, like those people? We used to see the sapphires, the rubies, the presidents. So we decided now we are going to go all in and do the business and work it out for ourselves. We make mistakes because that is part of learning, by the way. You will make mistakes, and mistakes are good. They are learning experiences. There are no failures, by the way, in this company. Learning experiences is what you're going to get. So with those learning experiences, you are able to now build the resilience, and you realize that you're going to one day have a team. You become a president team member. You grow your team. You get your team to do things. And I am telling you, that is the way to go. And so I am really excited that now we have the Superstars team. I know each one of you on this call, the 34 of us, will also be having teams soon. You cannot be held in one position for so long with people. But, you can, go out and also form your own team, train your own people now as you have grown the business, as you have grown the people. So that is so important. And of course, success will not come until you grow yourself. So these trainings are so important. So at this point, I want to give to Josephat as we still wait for Seraphina to come back.
Yeah. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. And thank you, Pieros, for that very beautiful introduction. I would like to say, Seraphina, Kathurima, as you've heard, I'm happy to be in this team. A mother of 3 adult children, and very happy to be working with young and new stars in this business, which I joined now about over 3 years ago. And it's been a fantastic journey where I have met amazing people who are full of joy, and I'm refreshed every day when I meet them, when I talk to them. And it's an honor to be asked to speak about how to become an effective CEO. And why is that important? Because each one of us, from what we have learned in your life, you own your business. You run your business. You don't report to anyone as such. You are in charge. Chief Executive Officer, somebody who calls the shots, who makes decisions, who leads others. And how does that happen? I think it is very important for us to remember where we came from, because many of us started off as employees where we are reporting to people, we are following instructions, goals are set for you, and if you don't do well, you get penalized, you miss your promotions and all that. In this business, none of that happens to you. You don't get promoted by other people. You promote by yourself, by what you do, by observing the values of Neolife. And therefore, to become an effective CEO, it is something that you have to take a conscious decision about now that the business is yours. And when you own a business, first you must have a vision. What would you like to be? Where would you like to go? And with that vision, it is your responsibility to get the buy-in of the people you are leading. Each one of us we have downlines, we have prospects, we have friends that we meet, and we tell them about the fact that we are in a business where we help to make the world a better, healthier place to live. So how do you do that? An effective CEO, therefore, this is what we need to do. I've said you must have a vision and help your team to buy into that vision. You lead the way, you show them where you want to go so that you can journey together. A CEO is a very well organized person. You must have a plan. that you have written down. It is not something, you don't do things haphazardly. You have to have a plan. And I always say, one of the things that I learned from my own parents was how to be organized by having a little notebook and a pen where I would write things that I was going to do, or something of interest that I found so that I don't forget, something I need to remind someone, I would write down, who am I going to see? In those years when I was growing up, I didn't know what a diary was. But that notebook helped me a lot to write things down so that I don't forget. So as CEO, you must have a diary, you must have a planner, you must have a vision board where you're indicating what it is that you want to achieve in a given year. And you break down your vision into small units that you can achieve probably every month, every week, whichever portion that you choose. It's very important. So you need to be an organized person, have a goal, have a vision. The other thing that is very important for a CEO to do is to be the kind of person who is decisive. You make decisions. Sometimes you are required to make a decision on the spot. Something has happened and people are looking up to you for answers. You are the leader. And you have to decide whether the decision you're going to make is for the benefit of your team. In what way is it going to impact the team that you're leading? And sometimes it may be that you may not even have to make that decision. Sometimes we are told even not making a decision is something important because it is important to make even a wrong decision because it is better to make a wrong decision than none at all, because it shows that you thought about something and you decided to take action. So a CEO must be decisive in what they are doing. Think quickly on your feet, be a problem solver. Always think, read, interact with what is going on in the world, be up to date with the developments that are going on in the business, even in your personal life, so that you are able to be broad-minded, and the decision you are making is informed by facts or by trends in the market, by the challenges that you encounter. So it is very important for a CEO to be somebody who is decisive, somebody who is well informed, and therefore you have the benefit of sharing with your team the things that you have learned from your business, from your other experiences, and you're sharing that with your team. And the other thing about the CEO is whenever you walk into a room and somebody is saying, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Josephat Kariuki. He's a CEO of a Superstars, international Superstars company, for example. When you hear that kind of introduction, you look up very quickly. How does this gentleman look? A CEO always looks sharp, dress for the part, because image is everything. People address you the way you are dressed. If you are shabby, if you look careless, people will give you very little attention because they'll wonder what it is that you do. What can you tell them? What will they learn from you when you look tacky, when you are untidy? Image is key because you're shown respect, you're given places of honor because you carry yourself with authority. And that image of authority is important. It wins you great connections, amazing relationships, and even business contacts. It's very important to carry the right image. A CEO should also be widely read about business. It is not enough to look at newspapers, for example, read journals, read books, business news, to know about the trends that are going on in the world, especially in the business that you are in, so that you can talk to people with wisdom and knowledge. You must be knowledgeable. A CEO is also somebody who is a good listener, who knows his or her team well, because you know who you can assign to do what in your team. What are they good at? And those who are not that good, it is your responsibility to help them rise to a level where you can delegate responsibilities to them, tasks to them, and they can carry out that responsibility successfully. So you are a leader who brings others up. You encourage them to grow. You don't feel threatened, for example, if among your team there are some people who are very fast learners. They may even overtake you in your thinking. Do not feel threatened, because I believe from my own experience working in various institutions and organizations that when you have a team of knowledgeable people, you become very successful because you achieve your goals faster than would be the case if your team is made up of people who are struggling, that you have to push like wheelbarrows to do things. So when you have a team of people who are keen, who are able to perform, you do very, very well. That is how you become the top person in any organization, even in your own business, because you have a team of people who pick up and learn very quickly, and they implement the plans, the goals faster than probably you expected. That is very important. The other thing that is important is, as a CEO, you are leading human beings, and human resources, people, are your greatest asset. You must value your people. Show them that you value them. They mean something to you, because it is your team effort working with them that enables you to become a winner. You don't win alone. You have a team of people, and each of them is gifted in skills, knowledge, even attributes that contribute to the success of your team. So an effective CEO values the team, the people he or she is working with. Show them that they matter, and be empathetic. When they have issues that they need you to know about or they need help with, do not dismiss them. Be a good listener, so that you know what it is that is troubling a person, because you may notice probably on this particular day, this person is not as happy as they should, or they have not achieved the target that has been set for them. So if you are an empathetic CEO, you'll notice any change that is in your team, and it is important for you to find out what is going on, what you can do to help them, because you want them to work well. You want your team to succeed. It's very important. The other thing is that help a CEO must be a confident person and build the confidence of your team. So, for example, you may send one member of your team somewhere to go and represent you. How will they do that if you have not built up their confidence? And how does that happen? Confidence, you build confidence in your team by encouraging them to do things that they are good at. For example, I'm presenting tonight, and we have our leaders with us. And I'm presenting, and I'm not sweating, I'm not feeling nervous, because working with other people has helped me to build my confidence, and therefore I can speak well and with knowledge, because I have learned how to run this business, how to talk about the products, how to talk about this business. So build the confidence of your team. That is one of the things that enables you to become an effective CEO. You see, you can't do everything by yourself. You need other people. You need a team. And that team will be as good as their leader. So if you want your team to be number one, if you want to be number one, help your team to become number one. Each one of your team members is important. Whatever they do to contribute to the success of your team is valuable. So build their confidence. An effective CEO also must have very good communication skills, because communication creates relationships. It enables people to know what you think, how you think. It enables who you're interacting with to understand where you're going, whether you need to pause and think about your next step, or you're writing invitations, you're sending messages. Communication is key. And I always say, especially when you're writing, be very careful what you write. Be as clear as you can, so that the information you are sharing, the instructions you are giving, are received in the way you expect, so that you get the results that should come out from the communication that you have shared. Some people say, it is English. English is not my mother tongue. Well, it doesn't need to be the mother tongue, but it is a language of communication that we are using. And if you want to use that language effectively, do so consciously. Do not be casual about it, because you don't want people to misinterpret what you're saying. If, for example, you're ambiguous, you have made a statement which can be interpreted in 2 or 3 ways, it means you'll not have achieved the result that you needed from the communication that you shared. So it is important for your communication to be very clear. Don't leave room for somebody to interpret your instruction or your communication in more than one way, because then it becomes like a case of your word against theirs, and that is not what you intended. And especially in business, you can't afford to be casual about communication. And I think the other things I would say is that your personality. What kind of person are you? How do you present yourself to your team? Your body language also is part of a means of communication. If you're a moody person, it shows. If you are the kind of person who easily loses your temper, you're communicating things to your team. So we say, be personable. Somebody that gets along with people, that speaks well, that makes people feel important and valued when you talk to them. It's very important. Your body language, it shows whether you're tense, whether you're relaxed, whether you're the kind of person who can take a joke or not. It's very important. So develop your communication. Make it something that is acceptable, that is accommodating, and can enable your team to work with you. And I never forget to say, always pray. Pray for what you want to achieve, for God to bring you good people into your team, and to thank Him for the achievements that you are making. It's very, very important. Very important. So to become an effective CEO, know that you did not do that alone. You worked with others. You are leading them. You are a good listener. You do not lose your temper. Even when people are saying things that probably you do not agree with, don't make faces. Don't make faces. Do not indicate that you are uncomfortable when the other person is speaking, because body language is also very important. So an effective CEO, you are a leader, you guide, you listen, you direct, and you also lead by example. Don't ask people to do things that you don't do or things that you will not do. Lead by example as a CEO. This is what you can do, and they can see it. And therefore, for them, it will be a pleasure. It will be fun for them to follow in your footsteps. Always lead by example, and be willing to answer questions, give people space, be understanding, be a human being, because you're dealing with human beings. And we are all complex creatures, complex. But you can see how many people have succeeded even in the New Life business. Why? Because we have managed to work together, we understand one another, we say we are a like-minded community. So as a CEO, you are creating a community of like-minded people to work with you. It's very important. And to become an effective CEO, the last thing I would say is always celebrate your team. When they win, when they do something, celebrate your team. Acknowledge good effort. Acknowledge results, because it is those affirmations that enable people to work better, smarter, and they are keen to do more so that they can achieve their goals and rise to the top. Always celebrate your team. And those who did not meet the mark, that time, encourage them. Let them know that they'll be winners the next time. And you're working with them, you're working with them. They are not left behind, they are part of the team. Even in a race, we have somebody who will be number one, another one will be number two, another one will be number three, but they are still part of the team. So let everybody feel valued. It is your job as a CEO to ensure that your team feels that everybody belongs. It's like a family. So value your team and acknowledge them and let them know. So I think with that, I would like to stop there in case you have any questions or clarification that you may need. Dr. Kariuki, you can tell us or what you want us to do next. But thank you very much for this opportunity to talk to us. I'm honored and blessed. And may God bless this year. May each one of us rise, shine, and do more. Let us rise higher together. I am in the best team that I know in your life, and God bless you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Seraphina. That's awesome. You know, I have learned so much, and I can only imagine all the team members who are here. We've greatly benefited from your experience. Yes, if there's any question, you can engage on WhatsApp. So that, I mean, not WhatsApp, but the chats. Anyone with a question, you can always throw it to Seraphina on the chats. But honestly speaking, what Seraphina has shared with us is something that you'll not only use in this business to thrive, but in anything else that you'll do out there. Anything that you do and you want to succeed, you need to have a vision. You need to be good in decision making. You need to look like someone who is going somewhere. You need to be well-read and knowledgeable. You need to know your team, the people you are working with. You need to value them. In fact, in our business, that is not debatable. You want to be confident so that they can also be very confident. You want to be very clear in your communication and not have, those tempers, and you need to be prayerful. I love that. Making God your CEO. You are the CEO of your business, but you need to have a CEO also. That is God. And you lead by example and keep celebrating your team's achievements. Wow. What excellent nuggets there. Thank you so much, Seraphina. We appreciate you. I can see the team is really appreciating you on the charts. Everyone is saying, thank you. And by the way, those who don't know Seraphina, she's a very young girl, just turned what age, Seraphina?
I'll be 74 in May.
74 this May. And you can imagine, I'm sure it's because of that kind heart of relating with the people so well as a CEO that makes her to remain young like that. It's surprising that at 100 years, Seraphina, you'll still be looking so youthful. Thank you. Next time you'll share more secrets to that. But for now, Don't share for now. Don't share until they come for the next meeting. That's when you'll share. All right, guys, that is it from Kathurima Seraphina. And I want to now switch gears and go to recognition. If there will be any burning question in the next few minutes, when I'm done, then she will be able to take it and respond. All right. So let's go to recognition.